These are my Fortnite settings for Chapter 7 on PS5 for console and controller. Starting off with 120 FPS mode. The higher the FPS, the better the performance, and 120 FPS mode is the highest on console. Brightness all the way to the max to reduce the shadows on console. User interface contrast doesn't do anything besides make your menu like this brighter or darker. So that's at the default one. Next, colorblind mode is trident open and strength is 5 to make my game even brighter and get rid of the shadows even more, and also to see in the storm better. Motion blur is off to reduce input delay. User interface parallax is off as well. I noticed a big change in my performance when I turned this setting off. I don't know if it's because I'm on console or what, but having this setting off definitely helps and it's noticeable. So FPS on. Report performance stats disabled. That is a big one, and that's one of the two main settings that you need to have off to reduce input delay. The second one is in audio. These are my audio settings. This is all personal preference, but you can copy this down if you like. Now my hit markers I have on legacy. It's just easier to know when you get a knock, but that's still personal preference. I recommend legacy. Subtitles. This is important. You need to make sure everything is to the left, so off, extra small, white, none, and clear to reduce input delay. Creator options is personal preference, but I have mine on mute because I make content. These are my communication settings. Personal preference, but you can copy down if you like. These are my game settings. Always make sure you have your matchmaking region to the region that you are actually playing on and not auto. So mine is NA East. Toggle sprint on. Auto open doors is on. This is very helpful because if you walk up to a door, it'll automatically open the door, so it's more convenient. If you accidentally edit a door while editing, you'll automatically walk through the door and you won't have to stop, so you can keep moving while editing and building. But it could also be helpful when it's off, just in case, like if you're fighting and you or the enemy accidentally edits a door, you won't automatically open that door, and that can kind of mess you up. But that never really happens anyway, and if you're a good player, you know how to prevent that. Hold the swap pickup is very important for a controller. Basically, when you walk over a weapon that you want and you have a open item slot in your inventory, instead of picking up the weapon that you want and having to replace it with what's already in your inventory, all you have to do is walk over the weapon, hold the pickup button for about 0.5 seconds, and it'll automatically switch out your weapons. ADS while held. Auto pickup weapons is on. It's good for competitive. It's personal preference. Swap fire buttons for pump and dump. I can't believe this is still a setting. I have that off. These are my preferred item slots. You don't have to copy this down, but you can if you want. Just make sure you have the least amount of item slots. So just my shotgun and AR, and everything else is unassigned. The more item slots you have, the higher chance you have of your inventory and stuff getting messed up. Auto structure symbols to the right, very helpful. It's a good setting, so I have the setting turned on. Simple build is off. Reset building choice is a must. Definitely want to have that on. And turbo building is also a must. You definitely want to have that on as well. If you don't know what reset building choice does, is basically the last build that you had out will automatically be the next build that's placed, or that you can place, I should say. Simple edit, I don't play that, so it's off. Disable pre-edit option, it's better on. unless you're on like PC or something like that, or you play competitive and you do the pre-edits for your team. My auto confirm edits, I recently switches to reset so I can reset faster. Now I reset with a click of 2 buttons instead of 3 buttons, which allows me to have faster resets. So now I can reset at the fastest possible time, which is 0.13 seconds. So I just tried it out in a practice map. um, but that's personal preference. That's really not personal preference. You need to figure out your play style before switching that. Contextual tips off. Low input and latency mode is good if you don't have access to 120 FPS mode, or if you're on 60 FPS, then I recommend you turning on low input latency mode. But if you're on 120 FPS or higher, 120 FPS or higher, this setting will be automatically grayed out anyway. Uh, Minimum and maximum field of view is maxed out. All my replays are turned off with my energy saving on never to reduce input delay. Reticle on, of course. Reticle ammo indicator is on. Damage numbers cumulative. Reticle damage feedback off. Damage number scale 100%. HUD scale 62%. So spectator count on. All of this good stuff. Net debug stats on. Creative runtime performance is off to reduce input delay. Tooltips off. Touch and motion is all turned off or to the lowest to reduce input delay. And the same with my mouse and keyboard and my keyboard controls. This makes you have some or all of these off. Because I am on controller, here are my controller settings. Controller auto run is off. Build immediately. Build it pro is on. I recommend you have that on, especially if you're on Build It Pro. Edit hold time is to the lowest so I can edit faster. Slide hold time, I recently just changed this to 0.090 seconds. Just playing around with it. I think I'm gonna stick with it. I kind of like it. I used to have it at the max. I'm trying this out. I think I like it. I might stick with that. My reset camera access is both. I guess this is like kind of personal preference based on your play style. But I'm pretty sure that both is the best for controller. But pitch is also good as well. I used to rock with that. Reset camera time, 0.100 seconds. Or 0.1. Vibration, make sure you have that off to reduce input delay. That'll just mess you up. You don't want your controller rumbling while you're playing a game like Fortnite. It'll mess up your aim and all kind of stuff. It'll just have you going crazy. Quick weapon settings. I really don't even know what most of this stuff does, to be honest. Sensitivity 1.7, 1.7 build and edit, first person 1x, use advanced options on. 50-60. All my boost is off except for instant boost with building. ADS look horizontal speed and vertical speed is both 16% with the boost turned off as well. Scope speed multiplied 0.85. Look dampening time 0. Look up at curve expo. Aim and strength to 100. Aim assist strength to 100. They're both set to 100. Do not lower this down. You want the most aim assist possible. Anybody telling you to lower your aim assist strength to give you better aim, it's false information. My left stick and my right stick dead zone is both set to 9%. 9% is perfect because if you have your dead zone too low, you may get some stick drift, and if you have it too high, you may be too stiff. So having this in between 9% is perfect. My L2 and R2 is both at 5%. You may need to adjust this based on your controller. 15 is pretty good, and the default 25 is pretty good. I'm running 5.5. That the triggers, I definitely don't use that. Not a good setting. Not a good setting at all. Unless you're playing like a story mode game, and I don't even use it for that either. All right, here are my bonds. If you're gonna copy my bonds, my exact bonds, just make sure you copy everything down exactly how it is. Because if you misclick anything, it'll mess everything up. So just be careful. Feel free to pause or slow down the video if you need to. I'm playing on double edit bonds as well. Also, you always want to make sure you're playing on double edit bonds. Even with the D-pad. All right, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And I don't use reset building because I play on don't use reset building because what's the setting? Because my auto confirm that it's on reset, it's more convenient for me. And yeah, those are my Fortnite PS5 console / controller settings. Most of these settings were, some of these settings were really more for PS5 and console, but they're still helpful and you can still use them if you're on PC or Xbox. So yeah, that's the video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope it helps. Try not to switch your settings once you get comfortable with your settings, unless it's something that you've already used in the past, or if it's something that'll make you better, or if it's something that you have to switch because of an update or anything. Always try to stick with your settings. There is no best settings. Feel free to adjust some of this if it doesn't work for you. And yeah, man, thanks for watching.